Today on Growing with Science, I'm going to show you how you can grow lettuce indoors all year round. The first lettuces were cultivated in around 2680 BC by the ancient Egyptians, and they used to use the seeds from the flowers to make oils. And now we make 27 million tons of lettuces around the world every year. Now this might come as a bit of a surprise, but lettuce is actually a kind of daisy, and they come from the Asteraceae family, so they're related to dandelions. And if you do wait long enough before harvesting it, a lettuce will actually flower, and they do look like yellow dandelions. Now there's several different cultivars, but the three main ones that you're most likely to see are leaf, head and cos, or sometimes called romaine. And before we get growing, let's look at the 7 most common cultivars of lettuce that you're likely to see. So first we've got leaf, which is also known as loose leaf, cutting or bunching lettuce, and this type's got loosely bunched leaves and is the most widely planted. Next we've got cos or romaine, which is used mainly for salads and sandwiches, and this type forms long upright heads. And now we've got iceberg or crisp head, which is the most popular type of lettuce in the UK and the United States. It's very heat sensitive and it does have a longer life, but it's low in flavour and nutritional content because it contains more water than other lettuce types. Next we've got butterhead lettuce, which is also known as Boston or Bibb lettuce. Traditionally you'll get that in the UK as a round lettuce. This type is a head lettuce with a loose arrangement of leaves, and it's known for its sweet flavour and tender texture. And then we've got summer crisp, which is also called Batavian or French crisp, and this lettuce is midway between the crisp head and leaf types. These lettuces tend to be larger, bulk resistant and well flavoured. And then we've got stem lettuce, and this is grown for its seed stalk rather than its leaves, and it's used a lot in Asian cooking. And then we've got oilseed, and this type of lettuce is grown for its seeds, which are pressed to extract an oil mainly used for cooking, a lot like the Egyptians did originally. And it's only got a couple of leaves, it bulks really quickly, and it produces seeds around 50% larger than other types of lettuce. And then finally we've got red leaf lettuce, which, as the name suggests, is grown for its red colour leaves as an attractive alternative in salads. And now it looks like it's going to pour it down. It's gone really dark in here, so let's get these lettuces growing and then I can get home before I get soaked. So the good thing about growing your lettuces inside is that your conditions are going to be really good all year round, so you don't need to worry about what kind of variety you're going to pick. You can pick the ones that you want to eat the most. So I'm going to be using these ones from Johnson's, which are just like a mixed salad leaf, and they've got red and green and all sorts of different seeds mixed in there. So let's get them in and get cracking. The first thing you're going to need is some kind of container to grow them in, and I'm just going to be using one of these. It's like, they cost me like 80p or something, and I've got loads of them at the allotment for growing different things in. They're really handy because you can take them in or outside, so if it gets too hot inside you can move them out, or obviously if it gets too cold you can bring them in. The reason I like these ones is because they're ideal to fit 3 lettuces in. I normally grow 3 lettuces in one of these ones and they turn out just fine, so I'm going to be using this one, but you can use whatever size you want at home. Maybe if you want to use a smaller one to fit on your window ledge or in your porch or conservatory or something. So here we go. Ugh. And all I've done is just fill that with just regular compost. It's quite damp, and then just level it off there. Yeah. So here's the seeds. Let's just get them open. So here we go. Here's the seeds, and that's what they look like. They're just like little sunflower seeds, and you can see that we have got a couple of different types in there. We've got white ones, black ones, sort of greyish green ones, and all I'm going to do, get a little bit of a mix of them. Now if I was growing these outside, what I'd do these in a long drill and then thin them out as they start to grow seedlings. But what I'm going to do is, just because we're growing them inside in a container and I know that I can only fit 3 in here, I'm just going to do 3 lots and then thin them out just once the little clusters grow in the 3 places. So here we go, let's put a couple there, just a couple there, just a small pinch, and then just a couple there. That should do it. So that's it really, it's an easy one. This, all we've got to do now is wait, I suppose. It's going to take like 10 to 12 weeks for these to reach maturity. Maybe in a week's time we'll start seeing these seedlings coming up, and then in maybe 2 or 3 weeks we can start thinning them out until we've got 3 really nice strong plants growing. I'll show you an example now because I've got another one of these that I've been growing lettuces in. I've saved it for this video, so I'll show you what it looks like when I've got 3 full grown lettuces in there and they're ready to go now. So I'd rather do this and then I can take them home. So here we are, I've got 3 lettuces in this container that I started off 14 weeks ago from seed, and they're looking absolutely smashing. Ideally I could have done them a couple of weeks ago, but I've not had time to do the video and I did want to save them for this, so I have left them in. Now normally if I wasn't doing a video I'd be growing these outside, because obviously make the most of the weather that we've got. But it's been nice to do them inside anyway and end up with these 3 nice lettuces. And they're looking absolutely smashing. They've had a few caterpillar attacks. I had to cover them with netting and pull a few leaves off. We've had a few butterflies and moths coming in and laying their eggs everywhere. But yeah, there's still a few little holes down there. But yeah, done absolutely smashing, and I'm really happy with these. And I'm sure my guinea pigs are going to be really happy with them as well, because they're going to be eating them when I get home. So that's it for today. Hopefully now you've got everything you need to know to have a go at growing some amazing lettuces yourself indoors. And don't forget to let me know in the comments if you do have a go, because I'd love to see how you've got on. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, Grow with Science, if you haven't already, so that when I do an update in future, you can see how these lettuces have got on and how well they've grown. See you next time.